Hello, this is Mike Cardus from Organization Development by Mike Cardus. And recently, in a leadership question and answer talk I was having with a colleague, Lindsay Zajac of Ahern and Murphy, we turned to the topic of work-life balance. Now, for years, I felt work-life balance is a false dichotomy that's fed mainly to women to make them feel as if they had to have one or the other, or to create the false belief that being in balance is actually what you should strive for. Now, I say this as a working father and a husband. I have 6-year-old twins. I've been working at home and running my consulting business since 2007. And I've consistently found ways to work with my family, myself, and my working colleagues to ensure work gets done. So one thing I oftentimes explain to people is, instead of thinking of it as a balance, begin to recognize that there's probably a triad or a triangle. And on that triangle, you have 3 different points. Point 1 is going to be family or close friends and colleagues if you don't have a family. Point 2 in a triangle is yourself. What parts of yourself are you taking care of in your balance process or your work life? And the third part is work. So inside these triangles, begin to be thoughtful of where are you placing yourself. At certain times, you're going to have to focus more on yourself to ensure yourself is being taken care of. Self-care, quality of needs, exercise. And if you're focusing on yourself, that means in some ways the focus is not so much on your family or on your work. And that's okay. Additionally, at other times, you may have to focus more on your family. There may be needs during the day or you're developing your schedule and family needs override self needs and work needs. And there's going to be times when you have to work more on your work. So in the work process, identifying in work, other times when there's a higher need for work and focusing more on work, you're then sacrificing some of yourself, some of your family. So I'm going to pull a triangle up that I developed for an organization and we'll work through it a little bit. This here again is an example of how I talked about this. Identifying the 3 areas in the triangle, right? Family, close friends, myself, and work. And normally what I do as a working father and a husband and somebody who has client needs is I try to stop and think, identify amongst my day, where was I spending most of my time? Or where do my needs currently have to go to ensure I'm moving things forward? Now, very rarely is this dot in this triangle in the middle, representing that I've done all 3 relatively well in balance, because I think I'm oftentimes unbalanced. So there are times when I have to say, okay, so for example, this is a holiday weekend here in the States. I'm going to spend more time with family and close friends this weekend and therefore do less work and focus less on myself, only to ensure that my family time is a priority to me for the next 2 or 3 days. Following that, though, when Monday or Tuesday comes, a lot of my time is going to shift into work, and that'll be a different focus. And then what I'll do is I'll take some of the focus off the family and I'll focus on developing work stuff, client needs, catching up on work processes. And so I may take a little bit of time to sort of say, okay, I can't focus on myself and exercise today, and I can't focus on my family, so I get a lot of work done. And I'm crafting the workplace stuff. I may stop at some point and say, you know what, I've been working a lot and I haven't been taking care of myself today enough. So I'll shift and kind of triangulate back to myself. So in short, what I'm trying to share is this. When you think about having just work and life and developing a continuum or a balance, you're giving yourself a false argument. The reality is inside that dyad, there's actually a triad, so you pull it up. You have yourself also. And to seek to have the balance actually creates more imbalance in your life because you know you're doing one poorer than the other. It's accepting that inside the priorities of the work and of your time right now, which one of those 3 are you focusing on? It can be a slight combination or a nuance or a mixture. It's also recognizing that amongst those 3 things, family, close friends, time for self, time for work, where are you putting your time and energy? I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm Mike Cardus from Organization Development by Mike Cardus. Have a good day.